is you. Oh, today is a great day, and it's a big welcome to all of you who have never visited our channel before. Hopefully you will find some interesting new recipes to start in your own kitchen, and hopefully you will like how we do things. And we also need to say thank you for all of those of you who are returning. We're grateful that you take the time to be with us. So like, share, comment, subscribe, okay? And be sure and check us out. Be sure and tell your friends. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And this is a good time for us to tell you also about our book, okay? Bonnie and I are having our book published, and it's wonderful. Oh, it takes a look at a day in the life at a donut shop. And this was a small town donut shop, so we have plenty of characters and plenty of escapades, so hopefully you can check us out and enjoy that, okay? We love you guys. Grateful to have you coming and being with us. So today our recipes are going to include a chocolate cream pie and a coconut cream pie. So hey, if you're ready, if your hair's up, hands washed, and all that kind of good stuff, then we're ready to get started. So let's get started. Okay, so now for the first one that we're going to do is going to be our coconut cream pie, which is 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2/3 of a cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 cups of milk. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Mix it all up. Do a really good job. Mix, 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 mix. Because you want to make sure that that cornstarch is all mixed up. Check your sides and everything. And as long as you start feeling where there's no sugar on the bottom, that's my indication.
And you do this while it's cold?
While it's cold. Because I like to get it started without any clumps of cornstarch. Once it starts cooking, I do not want to have to be looking at lumps. No lumpy pus. Now that I have that done, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get, even though I'm not adding my egg yolks yet, I'm going to go ahead and mix those up. Okay, just give it a little bit of a beating and stuff, because you're going to need that. As soon as your mixture gets to where it's thick, you're going to want to add your egg yolks. But I'll have to show you, because you don't want to just do it just plain adding egg yolks, because you are going to have a curdled mess. Okay, once you have your stove turned on, you need to constantly be stirring. And the way I stir, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but you go around the edges, and that way you're including the inside. See how I just go around the edges, but I go through the middle. That way you're getting all the edges of your pot. When the yummies get cooking in the kitchen, I get me another little pot stirrer. Little, huh? Are you waiting for a cream pie? The chocolate one or the coconut? Chocolate! Chocolate! A man after my own heart. Yes. Good and thick. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is, like I told you before, we do not want to add your straight egg yolks into your creamed mixture. You'll have an uh-oh moment for sure. We don't want an uh-oh moment. We want a wow moment, don't we? Yep. Okay. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get that fork, mix that up. Okay. You want to make sure that it gets mixed in real well. So now I can add it to. Now once you have your mixture on here, and you see it starting to bubble, I'm going to switch hands, because that's going to start getting hot. You want to do it for a minute. Get your outer edges, keep getting those. Make sure all that egg gets cooked in there. Oh, and you'll have some yummy, 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 yummy vanilla pudding for our coconut cream pie. All right, now that we've taken it off the stove, oh yeah, looking good, looking good. All I'm gonna add is 2 tablespoons of butter, about a teaspoon or so of your vanilla, and a cup of packed coconut. Okay, stir that up real good. And you got the makings of a coconut cream pie. Now what we're gonna have to do with this is we're gonna have to let it sit to cool.
Do you put it in the pie crust to cool or no?
No,
Okay.
You leave it in your pot. And in fact, what I'm gonna do, now that it's all mixed up, I'm gonna put some cellophane over the lid. That's to prevent it from crusting. Just put it right over, and that way you'll get moisture on the inside, but don't worry about that. It'll keep it from crusting over. And this is what you want, is to keep your creaminess in your pie. Okay, so here, now this is for a chocolate cream pie, and it is a little bit different. You're gonna have 1 cup of sugar. You're gonna have 1/4 cup of cocoa, 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this before I put it on my stove. I'm gonna mix it up real good. I like that cornstarch mixed in there because it mixes up better. Now that I have all of my ingredients all mixed up, then I'm gonna add my 1.5 cups of boiling water. And see, you're going to do the same thing that we did with the coconut cream pie. We're going to scrape the bottom, get the sides, keep it going, get this mixed so that cornstarch gets all mixed up in there. To make sure you don't have anything caught in the little crooks on the side of. You just want to make sure everything is all mixed before you start cooking. Now your chocolate won't take as long to cook because you're adding boiling water. It's already thickening. So we won't have to wait too long for this one. Chase and I agree, chocolate's at the top of the food pyramid. How about you, Ariana?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah, we've got a good thickness here. Oh, it's doing good, it's doing good. All right, now I'm going to take it off. Okay. Now remember, this is the part where we have to add the egg yolks. I usually do about 3 scoops, a pretty good amount. Mix it up real good, and I don't want to see any yellow, just chocolate. Okay, now then, here we go. Add the chocolate back into your mixture. Now we're cooking again, and it's 1 minute and constantly stirring, okay? Keep it going. You want to make sure you get the sides, make sure you get the inside and the middle, and all that goodness. Oh, this is going to be a lovely, lovely chocolate cream pie. All right, stir that in. Now we have 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay, and our guesstimated 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Do y'all ever guesstimate? Surely to goodness I'm not the only one who guesstimates. Or do you get your little teaspoon out? Get that butter all stirred in there. Yummy, yummy goodness. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I know somebody who's probably going to want to lick the spoon. Okay, great. Now remember, we are going to put a covering on it of cellophane, okay? So make sure you put it all the way over your pot. Okay, so let's get started on our pie crust. First thing I do always is I'm going to go ahead and dampen my surface, and then get my plastic wrap on there. Put down a little bit of the flour. Not a whole lot. Okay. Okay. Put a little bit of flour on here. Put a little bit on our rolling pin. And we're set to go. With another piece on top. Okay. So let's get going here. They do make wonderful ready-made pie crust, but you know, when you want something really good, you go for homemade. As you can see, it's not a perfect circle. Okay, now we have our pie pan, and all I'm going to do is just dump it upside down, move it just a little. It's okay if it cracks, you can always mold the seam together again. So now that I kind of brushed a little bit of flour in there, so anyway, now I'm going to turn our little pie crust under a little bit. Get all the edges kind of the same size on the rim of your pie plate. And no, they're not all the same. They don't always come out the same, but that's okay. That's alright.
It's made with love, not a machine.
There you go. Made in your kitchen with love. There we go. That's kind of sparse, so we'll just kind of leave that one alone. Turn this under. Okay, now I'm ready to crimp. Alright, continue on, and yeah, it's not all perfect, but we're doing a good job. We're just going to kind of leave that one alone there. Pick up where we have a double layer of dough here, and we are done. Okay, so here's your pie crust. Now it's ready to go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes, and I will go ahead, before I put that in there, I'm going to go ahead and tine it with a fork. Doesn't have to be even, just poke it. Okay, go along the sides. Oh yeah. Okay, shortening looks good in there. Alright, we're ready to go. Alright, remember that good old chocolate pudding that we made? Ooh, look. Oh, look. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
I'll look at the rest.
Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to have any problem handing over this spoon. Am I, Chase?
No.
Or the pot. Okay. See, these are those pie crusts that we made earlier. Yum. Oh, now the coconut cream. Oh, look. Oh, it just spoons right into that.
What do you think about that chocolate pudding, Chase?
How do you feel about that chocolate pudding?
It tastes like a chocolate bar.
That's what we want to hear. Good stuff. Okay, we're going to smooth this around in here. Okay, this is going to be done. Okay. And I think somebody won't mind taking that over either. Okay. Okay, we're getting ready to do our meringues, okay? So your meringues is going to be 3 egg whites, 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and then 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Now, now you're going to say, well, that's an awful lot of egg whites in there. That's because this is for the 2, okay? I doubled it, okay? Alright, so let's get started. What we're going to do is we're going to beat this on high until it's nice and frothy, and when it's frothy, that's when I start adding my sugar, about a tablespoon at a time, okay? Alright, so let's get going. Nope. Okay. Now, when you see you want some stiff peaks, okay? That's how you know your meringue is done. Okay, it's time to go ahead and put our meringue on. All right. Now we're going to take about half of this meringue onto your cream pie, and making sure that you go all the way to your edges because you don't want a weepy pie. Okay? I don't know if you know what a weepy pie is, but a weepy pie is when it starts to, you see moisture in your pie once you've cut it, and you see it just gets a little bit runny. Well, it still tastes wonderful, but you don't want a weepy pie. Alright, oh yeah. We've got us some peaks going here, and make sure we get it to our edges. Oh yeah. And on this one, we are going to sprinkle some coconut so you can tell which one that one's going to be. Okay, that one is ready to go to the oven. Now, chocolate. Our spoon got a hold of a whole lot of meringue. Okay. Yeah, make sure that gets in there. You see, I'm not very graceful. I just slap it on there. It's food, people. Don't be afraid of it. You want control of where it goes, and hopefully it lands where you wanted it to. Nothing like a runaway meringue. Let's get that off of there. We want our pie to look nice, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, sealed to the edges. I think we're sealed to the edges. We don't want a weepy pie. Okay, people. Get us a design here. Get it looking good. Alright. Okay. Now, these are our pies, and they are ready to go in the oven. 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes to get that meringue just kind of toasty on the top. Okay, so in the oven we go. So look, oh my gosh, look at this yummy. You guys work so hard in your kitchen, and don't you know your family is going to absolutely go wild over these two pies. They're absolutely wonderful. You did a great job. Absolutely wonderful job. Okay, and so we know these two pies right here, they're definitely going to make you a star in your kitchen. Okay, so let's check it out and see what they look like inside. Yum. Oh, yummy. Okay. And we're going to use our little spatula that we use to spread to get our little piece of pie out. But oh my goodness, would you look at that? Ooh. Oh, yum. Oh, take a look at that. Oh my gosh, can you see that? Ooh, look at that chocolate. That's our chocolate cream pie. Yum. Okay, you ready to see what the other pie looks like? Ooh, yeah. Let's check it out. Oh, yummy. I'm going to leave that right there. Ooh, yeah. It doesn't look so pretty right there. There we go. We got it. Okay. So let's take a look, okay? Yum. That is your coconut cream pie. Look at that. Oh, yum. And look at that creamy filling. Oh, so good. These pies are going to absolutely make you a star in your kitchen. Flavor, and it looks good, and oh, you're going to have a great time. So, hey, guess what? You can do this, okay? Great. So make sure you're a star in your kitchen and keep those aprons dancing, okay? Great.